Pregnant again. So we might
Your Honor, that is not my child.
Miss Aiesha Ghost filed a case against her ex-husband William, but as the truth came out, things got a lot more complicated than she bargained for.
Okay, Miss Ghost, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, we have a 1-year-old daughter named Alexis Ray. We're not together anymore. We were married for 2 years. We divorced because I like women.
Traded her husband in for a new model, yet still has the audacity to drag him to court. That level of entitlement is something else.
I want to put him on child support. He don't do nothing for his little girl. So that's basically.
Okay. So you all divorced, have a 1-year-old.
Yes, ma'am.
And you want him to pay child support.
We'll get to what he does or doesn't do for his daughter and why in a moment. But just look at her carefree attitude after throwing him into this mess.
It's pretty straightforward. Sir, what do you have to say about that?
Your Honor, I don't have a problem paying child support, you know.
The man's more than willing to spend on her daughter as long as it's his daughter.
But, you know, she did leave me for somebody else. She cheated on me throughout our relationship and things like that.
That's another court that has nothing to do with me. Continue.
Yes, ma'am. You know,
William is at a loss for words over Aiesha's audacity, dragging him to court out of nowhere over an issue with more twists than a soap opera.
You know, I only make $16 an hour, ma'am, as a warehouse supervisor, so it's really hard to make ends meet. So I don't know how much I can give. You know, it's expensive to live where we live.
Let's be real. $16 an hour, that's hardly big bucks to be hauled into court like this. So who's in the right? William, who has every reason to push back, or Aiesha, who conveniently forgot what shared responsibility means the moment she walked out? Right now, it's anyone's guess.
Well, according to the documents you provided, you made $18 an hour, not $16.
Oh.
Oh. So
He's
you
also
don't know
a
how
liar,
much you
Your
made?
Honor.
The judge caught his slip-up instantly and made sure to warn him. Honesty is the only way forward in this case. But let's be real, even if he did fudge a detail or two, would it really change the bigger picture?
Ma'am, I was mistaken. I apologize.
Oh, okay. But you get a check every month, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all made the perfect couple. You're the liar, she's the cheater.
Damn, the judge went in on both of them. And honestly, not wrong. They're a perfect match. Just not in the way that counts. One spins tall tales, the other plays the cheating game.
It's right there. That's the particulars. He lied. I didn't cheat on him.
Okay, well, we already established that he lies. I mean,
Oh yeah, see, I told you he was a liar.
Well, I mean, you didn't even have to tell me that.
You
told
knew
me.
that, right?
I don't know how you
So,
do it every
you know,
single time.
What do you?
You know, what I don't need you all to do is address each other. You all
Yes,
will
ma'am.
address me. There's obviously a reason that you're no longer married. Okay?
ma'am.
Talk about losing credibility in an instant, and Aiesha's not letting that slide. Man really tried to lie over a $2 difference. That's stupidity on another level.
Now, in terms of health care, who pays it for this child?
He pays it.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Well,
She's on his Medicaid.
Okay, so
He's barely scraping by as it is, yet he's still covering his kids' Medicaid bills? So why is Aiesha even here? What's left to squeeze out of his wallet? Spare change?
the child lives with you, but
Yes, ma'am.
and the child is on Medicaid.
Yes, ma'am.
So, are you paying Medicaid yet, or you haven't started paying them?
Yes, ma'am. I am paying for the child's health care right now.
No wonder the judge looks baffled. But hold up, there's a catch, and it's not looking good for William.
So, you understand that Medicaid has to be reimbursed to the state, and you're going to have to start paying child support at $18 an hour. You understand that, right?
A whole year of payments wiped out, and somehow the balance still favors her?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You looked real depressed just then. I mean, did I say something wrong?
No, ma'am. It's just, I just know how much it's going to hurt, ma'am. That's all.
Know how much is what is going to hurt you?
The child support hit.
If he couldn't handle the responsibility, maybe he should have thought twice before having a kid, especially with someone like Aiesha. And let's talk about her. Zero accountability. Just sit back, do nothing, and let the ex foot the bill.
And you do understand that, Mom, are you working?
No, ma'am.
Why aren't you working? Why aren't you working?
I mean, I just don't work.
Yes, I don't work because I'm entitled to live carefree and throw all the rubble at my ex-husband to bear. Aiesha has certainly been enjoying every bit of it.
You don't want to work, but you think that he is solely responsible for taking care of your 1-year-old?
Well, she lives with me, so I take
excuse me,
care.
I was talking, thanks. If she does live with you, yes, she does live with you.
The entitlement is unreal. And the worst part, one more slip-up from William and she might have actually gotten away with it.
He will be obligated to pay child support because of that. But you also need to be working too.
Yes, ma'am.
So, are you going to come back in here next time with some proof of looking for a job?
Oh, yes, ma'am, I will, and I'm currently pregnant again.
At this point, a simple yes would have wrapped this up. But nope, Aiesha had to drop another bombshell, completely out of left field.
So we might
Your
have to
Honor,
put
that is not my child.
Oh, that was my next question, but
I ain't touched her in like almost a year.
okay, that is good information to know.
Wait, what? She says she's into women, but now she's pregnant? Make it make sense. And why even bring this up in court when it has nothing to do with William? Looks like she's setting the stage for another child support check.
That has nothing to do with this because a child that is not born is not a child within existence at this moment, so therefore child support can be determined anyway.
We'll be back, though.
You'll be back for
We'll be
that
back.
child. Okay, well, when you return, we will discuss
somebody
that
else.
child.
At this point, it's crystal clear. Aiesha's just out to squeeze every last dollar from William's already limited income. But the judge threw him a lifeline, a solid piece of advice that might just save him from her greed next time around.
With you. We'll be back with you.
Well, sir, just make sure you know, I just want you to know that you do have the right to get a DNA test.
Oh, really?
Yes, you have a right to get a DNA test on that child that she's pregnant with, just to make sure if she does bring you back.
Smart move. If she drags him back to court again, at least he'll have some solid ground to stand on.
If it's not your child, you won't be placed on child support.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you understand that?
But it's your child, so don't worry about that.
Ma'am, I don't need you addressing him, okay? And as of right now, we don't know whose child it is. Well, when I say we, I'm speaking about the court. We don't know whose child it is because you're currently pregnant. He hasn't had an opportunity to do a DNA test, okay?
Yes.
How can the child be his? Is this woman nuts? Making such baseless claims in a court nonetheless. No wonder the judge discreetly dropped a hint for William.
$18 an hour. What is your work week? And truthfully, how many hours do you work a week?
Roughly 60 hours a week, ma'am.
Okay, you told the truth about that. I just have to verify everything that you say from now on.
Too bad that won't help him now, though. The judge is already moving on to the child support details.
That $380 amount, you're going to be responsible for paying that for the past 12 months. Yeah. You're looking real confused right now.
Not confused, concerned, ma'am. That's
William's face says it all. He knows he's in deep financial trouble. But let's be real, he should have thought about that before having a kid.
Giving her cash, that's a gift, okay?
definitely.
So, the back pay that she requested for the past 12 months would bring your back pay, is also known as retroactive child support, $6,600.
That child support figure? Brutal. Luckily, the judge showed a bit of mercy, but his clueless mistake still cost him.
I'm going to make that payable at $100 per month. So your new child support obligation is going to be $480.72 a month.
She had no choice but to rule in Aiesha's favor, locking him into monthly payments. The one silver lining? The judge shut down Aiesha's next scheme, warning William to get a DNA test before she tries pulling him back into court for baby number 2. At least now, he's got a shot at dodging another financial ambush.